Like most people, my generation, we were pretty fried with the materialistic life, looking for alternatives. So, cut a long story short, I came into contact with Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita and I started to chant Hare Krishna in 1970, mid-70s. Finally I joined in January 71 in London, Hare Krishna Temple, London, Radha Landanishwar.
Okay, and can you let us know what are the preaching activities, what are you doing currently?
Well, I'm involved in management side in Nepal and Bihar as regional secretary. I'm also a spiritual master. I have disciples in Europe, especially England, Nepal, and Bihar, Middle East, and so on. So I've been involved in Nepal preaching since 1977, when Prabhupada sent us up there to start the preaching. And also I was involved in Bangladesh, building temples there, and collecting for those temples. So now the last 10 years I've been very involved in Africa, in Congo, DR Congo, Brazzaville, Congo, Uganda, especially also. We used to have a traveling festival team which was started by Tribhuvana. Went on with Giridhari for about 10 years or so. So I become interested in African preaching. It's quite a challenge. Yeah, and Congo's going on nicely with able leadership there. We have programs on TV using some of his vanipedia subtitled French videos of Prabhupada. People like that, and we're trying to translate the subtitles into other languages in Congo, or dub them in other languages. Same in Nepal. I'm interested in the vanipedia. Vanipedia has a subsection of vanipedia, to try and get Prabhupada's instructions out to people by any means, on the web, on the video, on the audio. Especially in these third world countries, people don't read so much. They like TV, they like radio. So this is a good way to contact people. Of course, Harinam is there. But you never know with Harinam what people's impression is, that we may be beggars, or in Africa also they may think we're too witchcraft or something. So TV and the media does add authenticity to our projects. We have a cow protection project in Uganda, and conserving indigenous cows in Ambarara. It's quite a situation in these third world countries. The big corporations are trying to introduce these Holstein Friesian cows because they give more milk, and they say it helps the economy, but in fact in the long run it doesn't work, because the cows need a lot of medication, they can't take the heat, they have to cut the trees down, it erodes the environment. So we're trying to conserve the indigenous Ankole cows along with their community, the Abhayama cow protection community, which is thousands of years old. So I'm involved with that, and very dear to my heart is cow protection. And in England, we have some novel ways of preaching. We call it shop kirtan. It's a bit under the table, but we have a small chain of shops now, specialized in Oriental goods, Buddhist, Thai, Nepali, Indian clothes, all these things, little deities. Of course, some Prabhupada's books are there. And it's like a spider's web. Devotees are waiting. They may not wear tilak actually, but they make friends with the customers. People love shopping, they have money in the West, and they talk to the shop assistant, and then make friends, and then get invited to a sangha, family sangha, man and wife team, and they introduced to yoga, prasadam. This way we're making devotees. Because in the West people don't like organized religion too much. And they get put off by too many Hindus, too many Indians. You know, people are racist. English people don't, why so many Hindus, Indians, you know. So it's a nice way to preach, and it's successful. So these things are going on in Africa, UK, Nepal. We have a big youth preaching program there, doing very successful, expanding. And we have land, we have small farm, guest house. It's all Prabhupada's mercy, somehow or other, unfolding, trying our best. And so.
Thank you, Maharaj, for enlightening us the various ways of your preaching and following the orders of Sri Prabhupada. The next question is, you're in Vrindavan right now. What was your first reaction when you came to Vrindavan now? Maybe when you joined ISKCON in the 1970s. So what is your experience and what gets you attracted to Vrindavan?
I first came here in 1976 as part of the Mayapur Vrindavan festival, and it was like we were taught that you go to Mayapur, you go to Vrindavan. Audarya Bhav, Madhurya Bhav. So as part of my sadhana I came. I thought this was the right thing to do. Prabhupada was here also. He was giving lectures, and it was enchanting to come to Vrindavan and see the holy places, go around Govardhan, be with Prabhupada, giving his lectures. It was enchanting. It was like Mayapur was enchanting and Vrindavan was chanting. And chanting. We're chanting in both places. And chanting. Yeah. So that was it, you know. Krishna's birthplace and Lord Chaitanya's birthplace. One and different. Navadvip and Vrindavan are non-different. Mayapur and Navadvip. So that was it, you know. Wonderful temple. And here in Krishna Balaram Mandir. Of course, Prabhupada was the center in both Mayapur and Vrindavan. We followed Prabhupada. 76, and he came to Vrindavan, we were here. So we were following Prabhupada. That was the thing. We were all, you know, just like a disciple's really attached to being with his spiritual master. Because now, new generations sometimes a little confused. They're also attached to Prabhupada, they're also attached to their Diksha Guru, but simultaneously one and different. Can't separate them. So we're attached to Prabhupada and attached to our Diksha Guru. There's no problem actually, I don't see any problem. So of course we were attached to Prabhupada. We were glad to be here. And from here I went to, where did I go then? I joined a BBT library party. Went traveling all over India. It was really interesting when I first, after Mayapur, I didn't want to be a tourist. I didn't want to be a visiting devotee. I was praying to Krishna. I want to stay in India. I didn't want to go back to UK. I wanted to change my life as a devotee. I wanted to stay in India. I felt I must stay in India. So I was praying intensely to go on Thai. So when I got to Vrindavan, I thought, I'm not going to act like a visiting devotee. I'm going to take responsibility. So I took charge of the Vogel ashram, looking after all the devotees, and everyone thought I was a local devotee. In the end, they invited me to Bombay to do some management, and I joined the BPT Library Party, Gopal Krishna Maharaj's Library Party, and the BPT Library Party under Gagamuni. Traveled all over India making life members during Prabhupada's time. And then, of course, when Prabhupada left, everything collapsed virtually. And I ended up going up to Nepal, developing a center there with Prabhupada Vishnu. We opened up the center in Nepal, Bangladesh. That's how it happened. And then started to travel all over. Took sannyas 84 from Jayapataka Maharaj. Traveled all over the world collecting for Nepal projects, Bangladesh projects. So I'm still here, just about. Touch wood.
Great. Maharaj, can you let us know why you like Kirtan? As we have seen you playing the harmonious, whenever you play or you do Kirtan.
Accordion. Not harmonium, accordion.
Accordion. Right. So, why you like Kirtan?
From childhood, I've always been very artistic and very introverted. So the only way I had various ways of channeling my creativity so I could relate with people. One was through biology, pets, zoology, animals, so many pets and animals. One through was painting, another was music. I always used to play the piano and sing like that. So when I became a devotee, it was natural to sing. I knew picked up the keyboard from ear, so it wasn't difficult to learn to play the accordion. So it's like, I feel free. I can forget my, shyness. As an introspective person, you feel, shy? What's the word? Self-conscious. So a shy person is self-conscious. But when in my creative mode, I don't care what people think. I just don't care. It doesn't worry me anymore. So that's the artists. I think many artists have the same problem. We create something so that we can relate and give something to others, express ourselves. So it's just natural for me. I don't particularly mind what people think, and I just let myself go in the Harinam and Kirtan. I feel free and happy. That's the way it works.
Great. Maharaj, the second last.
Recently we just did a tour with a Harinam Ruchi party in Nepal. They're a great party. They've been to 35 countries. Vishnu Jan and others. They're going from country to country. They came from Fiji, and they came to Mayapur Festival, and they went up to Rishikesh, and they came up to Nepal. We did amazing Harinams up there. You can do some clips from the Harinam Ruchi party in Nepal. Really sensational. The pagodas, big crowds, everyone singing. It's really nice. I like to do that all the time, but now I've got disciples, I've got some management responsibilities, which I shouldn't give up. Prabhupada wouldn't want that. But when I get a chance to have Hare Krishna, and I can forget everything, disciples, management responsibilities, everything, you can forget. And that's, I guess that association with Krishna directly, feeling spiritual happiness, that gives me strength to go on preaching.
Maharaj, second last question. Why will you never leave ISKCON?
Unless I have to. Yeah. If I see that ISKCON is not following Prabhupada's instructions, then I will leave. Prabhupada's instructions are there, Vani. If the leaders are not following, then I can consider leaving. It's become a corrupt society. So, personally, I'm a bit of a, you say like I'm part of the management myself, but I've been involved in seeing how the managers are also sometimes deviating, and I've been trying to correct them, correct myself at the same time also. So if in the future then ISKCON becomes too corrupted, then I may join some kind of opposition. I think we shouldn't be zombies. We should stick to what Prabhupada wanted. We're here to follow Srila Prabhupada, not some concoction of what Prabhupada wanted. Therefore I'm involved in this Vanipedia project, Vishnu Murti, to get all of Prabhupada's instructions on the web, thematized, categorized, with search index, so you can find out that the managers of ISKCON, the GBC, I'm working under the GBC, but sometimes you may be forced to be in opposition to the management if you see the management is not working properly or is defective. So that we have to refer to Prabhupada's instructions, not that we go on blindly, by force. We have to refer back to what Prabhupada taught us in his books, in lectures, and tapes, find out what Prabhupada wanted. So this is why I'm becoming more involved with Vanipedia. Vanimedia, if we can get on the web, World Wide Web, like Wikipedia, we can have Vanipedia. So anyone can look at any topic. Okay, what should women wear? What should men wear? What should people write their own books? And we can look up any topic. Varnashram Dharma, cow protection. Then you find everything there, what did Prabhupada say? Plus an essay explaining a rough conclusion of what Prabhupada is saying. For everyone, for the whole world, the public. And then the GBC won't be in the dark, public won't be in the dark. Because of darkness, the ignorance, we make mistakes. So I think after 40 years, it's a problem. Prabhupada's instructions haven't been compiled properly. That's the problem. Sometimes we're shooting from the hip. Prabhupada said this, Prabhupada said, do we really know what Prabhupada said? This is the question. So we may partially know, but do we know the full picture, the full context? So I think this is very important now for ISKCON, because we're all getting old, especially Prabhupada disciples. And I feel like I have to dedicate my life to this mission of trying to get, especially young people who are computer, internet literate, and they can use the internet. They can help with this Vanipedia project. There's 10,000 quotes on Varnashram Dharma that haven't been processed in the Vanipedia. There's probably 20,000, 30,000 on scientific preaching, which haven't been processed yet. There's so much work to be done. And from the Vanipedia, we can create many, many books on all topics. So if there's an atomic war, the internet goes down, we'll have books, Prabhupada's instruction on every topic in hard form. And this is a good project. It's just my thing at the moment. It's my conclusion, because I can see we're still not familiar with what Prabhupada said. And all these instructions have to be translated into every language, every single language. The Bible, the New Testament's in 2,050 languages. And we've only translated the Bhagavad Gita into 59 languages. So we have so much work to do. Prabhupada said, don't think that our work is finished. Now we have to serve Prabhupada's Vani. That's one, if they'd asked me to give class here, actually I would have said the wrong thing. I would have said, you know, it's very nice to talk about memories, but what are we going to do for Prabhupada now? Just live in the past? His work is not done. That's what I would have ended up saying, and I would have been most unpopular. No, I wouldn't have been unpopular. It's good to hear what Prabhupada said, but so much has to be done to follow what Prabhupada said.
Maharaj, is Vanipedia a part of ISKCON or it's a separate project?
Vanipedia is a separate project.
It has been run by devotees of ISKCON who are a part of Srila Prabhupada?
It's run by ISKCON devotees. Its base is in Radhadesh. It's financed by Bhaktivedanta Library Services, which is licensed to Bhaktivedanta Archives, which is a branch of BBT. So it's part of BBT really. It's licensed to BBT.
Okay.
It's not directly managed by BBT, it's a separate project. But they're licensed to use all the books. They've got a license to use all the matter in the books as a basis for Vanipedia. It's not illegal, you know what I mean?
Okay. Maharaj, the last question. People are hankering around for finding real peace. What is the secret for getting real peace and happiness in life?
Well, real peace is, of course, subjective, depending on what level you are at. Real peace for a dog or a cat is different from real peace for a human being. So if we're aspiring for human peace and happiness, then we can't ignore the fact that, you know, that we seem to be different from this body. My head, my hand, my nose, my eyes. Who am I? And if I feel I'm not this body, then how do I feel that peace and happiness from my real self? So Krishna Consciousness or Bhakti Yoga is the way to link up with Krishna. Krishna means the all-attractive, lovable person. So when we experience loving Krishna, then all our other loves become included in that. So the real happiness comes from loving someone completely. Unfortunately, when we love someone in this material world, it can never be complete. When we learn to love Krishna, a loving propensity is satisfied, because Krishna can expand himself to satisfy our loving propensity in all ways. So it's a personal thing. Krishna Consciousness is to develop a personal relationship, to explore our individuality, not to suppress it, to discover our real personality and our loving propensity. So this is the way. Chant Hare Krishna. Krishna's name and Krishna himself are non-different. Ram is another name for Krishna. Hare is the energy of Krishna. She can introduce us to Krishna. So please everyone, we just want you to try this chanting and see how it works, and then give it a try. There's no immediate need for rules and regulations, but it will help if you do. And for instance, especially meat eating, you know, Krishna is lovable, but if we're always cruel to others, you know, it cuts us off from Krishna. So please try chanting Hare Krishna, everyone, and read Prabhupada's books. Prabhupada is there in his books, and it's not that you need me. Books Prabhupada is available for everyone, and for the whole world, and try and help us. This is the way to do Bhakti Yoga. Help this mission in any way you like. Chant Hare Krishna. Offer your food to Krishna. Try and take vegetarian food sometimes. Offer it to Krishna. You know, have vegetarian parties. something to visit our temples, visit our farms. Yeah, it's how to be happy. Gradual process. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for your time.